All right. So this is going to be for k.1. This is the instructional video for k.1. So these are the things that we need to pay attention to. So this is less than. This is less than or equal to. What's the difference? You see the difference? The difference is the line. This is less than, right? This is less than or equal to. So just by putting that line there makes it less than or equal to. Okay? All right, good. Greater than. Now, what I want you to imagine is just imagine that there's a X or maybe even a Y. It doesn't matter. Could be a Z. It doesn't matter. All right. Just imagine that there was some variable right there. Okay. And we'll go with all X's. This says X is less than whatever, you know. All right. It could be X is less than 5. That would be X is less than 5. This would be X is less than or equal to 6. So that means it could be 1, could be 2, could be 4, you know, could be 5, could be 6, but it can't be anything above 6. It's less than or equal to 6. All right. So that's how this stuff kind of works. Good stuff. So let's use the same number. X is greater than 5. That means 5, 6, 25. You know, X can be this span of numbers. We call this span of numbers the solution set. All right. That span of numbers is called the solution set. So whenever you see that, just keep that in mind. So this is X is, oh, I just said something that was wrong. X is greater than 5. So it can't be 5. Can't be 5. But it can be 5, 1. It can be 6. It can be 15. It can be 300. You know, it can be all of these numbers. But it can't be 5 because it's greater than 5. All right. Now, in this case, it can be 5. It can be 5.1. It can be 6. It can be 15. It can be all of these numbers. All right. So if you keep that in mind, then this part is going to be kind of easy for you. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you were going to graph, let's say X is less than 5, you might put a 0 here. You might put a 5 here. You could also put a -5 here just to kind of work out the number line. And then X is less than 5. So we put a circle here on 5, and then our line goes back this way. So I just graphed X is less than 5. So let's do the same thing with X is less than or equal to 5. Well, I have my 0 here. I have my 5 here, right? But this time, I'm going to fill in the circle. This time, I'm going to fill in the circle, right? And do you see something? Less than, I'm going to the left. All right, let's see what happens if it's greater than 6. X is greater than 6. All right, well, I'll put my 0 here. And this time, I'm going to put a 6 here. All right. X is greater than 6. So greater, I'm going to put an open hole, and the arrow goes this direction. See that? It's an open hole. But if it's X is greater than or equal to 6, then I'm going to do a 0. Here's my 6. This time, I'm going to use a dark circle and go forward because 6 is not the, it's greater than or equal to 6. So it could be 6, 6.1, could be 7, could be 2,000, could be 350 million, billion, trillion. Not a real number, but that's my point. It keeps going. It just keeps going like the Energizer Bunny. Here's one thing you want to take care of. If it says less than, you're going to the left. All right. All right. If it's less than or equal to, you're going to the left. Yep. So either way, if it's less than or equal to, you go to the left. Conversely, if it's greater than, you're going to go to the right. All right, go to the right. And if it's greater than or equal to, you're still going to go to the right. You're going to go to the right, but you're going to have a closed circle. So these are the cheat codes. If you can just keep in mind these few things, that less than, go to the left. Greater than, go to the right. Less than, to the left. Greater than, to the right. Less than, open circle. Greater than, closed circle. Well, if it's, I'm sorry, greater than or equal to, closed circle. Less than or equal to, closed circle. That's my point. Less than to the left, greater than to the right. If it has the symbol, the equal symbol at the bottom, then you're going to have a closed circle. All right, keep that in mind. If you see that line under there, you're going to have the closed circle. So let's go to K1. This is K1, right? All right, so, and we're graphing inequalities. Graphing inequalities. And keep in mind, here are your cheat codes. These are the cheat codes. All right, so if it's less than, you go to the left. If it's greater than, you go to the right. All right? If it's less than or greater than, it will be an open circle. If it's less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, then it'll be a closed circle. So this says x is greater than 6. X is greater than 6. So I'm going to go to 6. Since this is greater than, I'm going to make it an open circle. And I'm going to have the arrow go to the right. Remember, if it's greater than, it goes to the right. Okay. This one is a little different, right? This one's a little different. So let's look at this one. X is greater than or equal to 8. So I'll go to 8. That's 8. Greater than or equal to 8. Since it's greater than or equal to, I'm going to have a closed circle. And greater always goes to the right. Greater goes to the right. All right, you have our cheat codes right here, right? X is less than or equal to. Less than goes to the left. So -2, go ahead and -2. It has the equal sign at the bottom, less than or equal to. So I'm going to go with the filled in circle. And less than always goes to the left. Always goes to the left. And this one says x is greater than -4. So go to -4. I click it twice so I can get the open hole. And x is greater. Greater always goes which way? Greater goes to the right. And we'll do one more and you should be Gucci. X is less than -9. So go to -9. I'm going to click it twice so I can get the open space because it just says less than. Less than goes to the left. All right. And as you notice, the line is going to the left and the circle is open. Brilliant. Okay. So that's how we do these types of problems. That's how we do these types of problems. So go ahead and do well and make sure you have the word complete. You need to get at least 80% on, okay?